Yeah, you're insightful, but are you likable? You got jokes, you're the host, stand up. Are you likable?
The road set up. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's get into it. Hello and welcome to Likeable, a show where we discuss stand-up comedy from an entry-level perspective. I'm your host, David Stickle, and today I am joined by Goutos.
Hey everybody, how we doing today?
Oh yeah, how are you?
I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good, I'm good. We're up here in the Van Dyke Music Club or Room.
Yes, in Schenectady, New York. It's a beautiful venue. It has a lot of rich history. Jazz went down here, I guess, a lot back in the day, and they still have it down by the dinner and the Stella Pasta Bar downstairs. So it's really cool. It's a great venue that's just trying to keep live entertainment alive. So I'm grateful to be here.
Some say jazz never went down.
Oh yeah, and it better not ever. Like jazz is like the shit, honestly.
Are you a big jazz person?
I wouldn't say I'm a big jazz person, but it always hits, you know? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
So, sure
We're going to get
does.
sponsored by a jazz music club.
By jazz in general.
Yeah, this is my constant quest to find like sponsors.
Oh, I feel that, absolutely. We always joke about getting random sponsors as well on our pod, so that's the name of the game.
Yeah. But just my luck, I'll get sponsored by like the Beethoven Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be lucky. I feel like they probably have a lot of money.
So let's get the listeners don't know. Okay, she does stand-up comedy. She's also one half of the I Hate When That Happens pod, which we have already had Patrick on here.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing comedy for?
So I've been doing comedy for a little over 2 years. So I would still consider myself a comedy infant, but I've done a lot of cool stuff in the past couple of years, so I'm really grateful for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You love it?
I love it. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
you know how it is. It's the best.
Yeah.
It's such a thrill. It's such a great craft, and opens so many doors to meet a lot of really cool people. So what more can you ask for, you know, in a hobby and career, if you will?
Yeah,
So,
I dig it. How do you like podcasting so far?
Podcasting is fun. It's funny. I don't listen to podcasts. I don't even listen to our podcast. Like,
really?
I'm just not a podcast person. I swear, I think my ADHD is so bad I can't focus. So I'd rather just listen to music myself. But I love to yap. So the podcast has been a great opportunity for me to just talk some more shit. Any opportunity I can get. So that's pretty much what it's all about.
Fantastic. Is your guys' setup similar to what we're doing right now?
Yours is way more official than ours. Like way. I was like, whoa, what do you got going on here? Yeah, we have this we got it off of Amazon. Patrick's kids got it for us for Christmas last year. AKA he bought it, and that was their gift to us. But it's just kind of came with the whole setup. It's like this little box that we just plug the mic into, and then the headphones, and it came with all that stuff, and then he just uploads it onto his computer and does all the editing, and so we've kind of split duties where he does the editing, and then I'm uploading onto platforms, and then I just do the social media. So I feel like that's fair.
That's a good deal.
Exactly.
It's funny, I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and obviously I was a kid once too. Some people don't believe that, but I was.
Still are probably, but
yeah.
Are we all?
But it's funny, when I was a kid, I never knew what I actually got my parents, and now that my dad, I've learned from my father that he actually never knows what my mom got us.
Oh, that's so funny. Yes, that makes sense.
And it's like, holy fuck, Santa got you a fucking Jurassic Park playset? That's cool. He's just as surprised as I am.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's so funny. It's so true.
I love my dad. he's aware, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to think that he did a Joe Biden impression one day and just never stopped.
I love that.
I don't know if he's doing the dementia bit for the rest of his life, but
yeah, right. He's leaning into it hard. He's got to commit.
Yeah. So you're based out of the Lake George, I want to say it's Skroon Lake around there. Is that?
No, not Skroon Lake. That's
Okay.
a little more north than I am. Just
Okay.
Lake George. That's where I'm born and raised. And I was living in that area for a while now, but I just moved in with Patrick out in Broad Alban. So
Cool.
yeah, which is only an hour away from Lake George, so it's not too far at all. But
Where's
Broad
Alban?
So it's near Amsterdam. Do you know where that is? Okay, so there's Saratoga, and it's 30 minutes west of Saratoga.
Okay,
The best way to put it. bit.
Yeah.
So it's not too far off the beaten path,
Yeah.
but it's in the country a little bit, which is nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful little area.
How's the
so.
comedy scene out there?
Non-existent. I mean, it's me and Patrick. No, it is actually, there's a little bit. And then, Sean Barnes actually lives in Amsterdam. So,
Really?
yeah, so he's like right down the road. But no, and our buddy Chad Crandall, I don't know if he'll be here tonight, but he was on the competition night last night. He produces a show at Al's Roadhouse too, right in Broadalbin, actually, right down the road from Patrick's. And he does like every couple months he'll do a free show there, and they're always sold out. They're always a good time. So there is a little bit of comedy there, but we got to do some driving. But it's not too far, So
That's the name of the game.
It is, yeah. You spend most of your time in the car, I feel like, when you're doing comedy.
Yeah. Speaking of last night's Albany competition, I believe you won last night?
I came in third place.
Okay.
So I
Which
placed.
you advanced?
Yeah, so I do advance to the semifinals.
Better than I did last week. That's fourth last week.
Okay, well, that's still really good. Congratulations.
Cried the whole way home.
Oh,
actually.
yeah, that happened to me last year
Yeah.
when I didn't place. I cried a lot, yeah. And it was a long ride home. But, yeah, it just ultimately made me want to just try harder and work harder to get there, and I felt like this was a step in the right direction, at least moving on to the semifinals, so that felt good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It was fun.
I was listening to this week's episode of I Hate When That Happens on my way here. I lit half last night because I had a very long drive last night, and then half on the way here because I finished it up. And you had a rock solid weekend as far as comedy goes.
It was really great. Yeah, it was a great weekend of comedy, and it was kind of one of those unexpected great weekends too, which is really nice. Like, we kind of last minute picked up the Goofballs Comedy Showcase in Schenectady for Saturday because we didn't have anything else going on, and then all of a sudden Friday I'm opening up, hosting for Jim Florentine, and then he asked me to do it again Saturday, and that's just kind of how it happens, either you're chasing down the opportunity or creating it yourself, or it just sometimes is people are just like, hello, here you go,
Yeah.
It comes out of nowhere, so yeah, it's good.
That's cool. You
Yeah.
You got to meet Mr. Anthony Zenhauser.
I
right?
did, yes. Yeah, he was super cool, and he had a great set. He was really fun to work with, so
Yeah.
super solid dude.
Yeah. he's such a funny dude, but I love his crowd work.
Oh, his crowd work was amazing. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, he is fucking with these
Yeah.
people, and it was really cool to witness.
Yeah. How about you, sir? You ever fart in another man's butthole? Do you ever do that? He just like looks somebody dead in the face and asks them a gross question.
He's so good
I
at
love
leading
that.
into it too, and he had me dying because he was just like, "Oh, a bunch of eights in here." He's like 8, 8, 7, like just calling people. I was like, "You savage!" It was so good.
Did you do that thing where he finds like the oldest woman in the room and he's like, "Ma'am"?
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
he was got his flirt on. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was really fun to witness. Yeah.
I enjoy his. I was the only time I was at the Comedy Works. I was up there doing the mic and I was recording for Michael and Gubiade. We have to say his name once an episode.
It's the law. Yep.
It is the law. I have to give him $2 now. I'm sponsoring him at this point.
Yeah, right.
That's nothing about an African child. Anyways, he'll hate that. But Zenhauser did that thing with the oldest woman in the crowd.
Okay.
And she and her family did not want to sit there.
Oh,
like, they were
no.
closest to the stage. They did not want to sit there. And like, she was uncomfortable the whole time.
Oh,
but I
man.
don't know if there was if she was like German, if there was like a language barrier. or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But like, I just assumed German, by the way.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, no. She's like, I didn't want to sit here. It's so funny.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, the apologetic grandchildren in Saratoga is a pretty good time.
Yeah, it sure is. Absolutely. No, it was a great crowd though. Saturday night, so that was really cool. And Anthony had a lot of fun with them, and they were loving it. It's always nice when the crowd is down to clown and whatnot.
So you tried out some new bits this is according to the episode.
Yes.
Tried out new bits on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you did say, I heard this, and that rung in my ear, and I hope I didn't erase it somewhere. But you said you were going to try and get away from sex and drugs. in
Yes,
comedy.
yes.
Alright,
So I've kind of made my entire identity, if you will, kind of like this like party girl persona, single, crazy, whatever. And that was, my life for many years. And I kind of feel like I dug myself into a little hole in the comedy world and just, I don't know, I'm kind of over that. And I want to expand, my writing and my ability to deliver different things as well, when the time is appropriate. So I wrote some other stuff. I mean, some of the new bits I wrote were about drugs, but just better, I don't know. The material was just better. I don't know. But
Don't kill what works, you know what I mean?
I can't get completely away from it, but to be able to incorporate some other material is nice. And it felt good to bust out some new material this past weekend. And then last night I went with it and I did that new material that I had just written for a competition, which could be considered a little risky because I hadn't worked it much at all out on stage, only a couple times.
Yeah.
But I was so confident in it that I was like, I'm just going to bust out last night because I just needed something fresh. I needed to go up there with a fresh energy. So I did that, but it paid off. They really ate that shit up. It felt really good. I was like, nothing beats just like the feeling of them, of the crowd loving new jokes,
Yeah.
So it was great.
Isn't it exciting? Like, isn't it cool when you're like excited for a joke?
Yes, that's what I needed because I have been feeling so not excited about my older material because I'm just sick of hearing myself say it. It's so predictable, and sometimes when you try to go up there and do that stuff and you don't have the energy of that fresh new energy, it just isn't as fun, so felt good to do some new stuff. But I also was actually very sick last night, so that was a
Word.
huge
Are you better now?
Yes,
Okay.
I would
I have
be
to
just
perform,
like, yeah,
so
you're good.
my
No.
body's a temple.
Yeah, I totally get it. I'm on the tail end of like a cold. Like I'm better now, but I ended up getting some vertigo from it, which I've never had that before.
On stage?
It happened like earlier that day.
Okay.
So earlier yesterday, I was at home and I got vertigo out of nowhere and I almost passed out and I was like super scared and I was like, oh, I got the competition tonight and I was supposed to drive and meet Patrick, but I'm like, you got to come home and pick me up. Like I can't drive, So we're like going there and then it happens again in the parking lot at September's 2's last night. And I'm like, I don't know, like if I get on stage and I like pass out, like it's gonna be really bad. Like maybe I could just sit down while I'm up there. I wasn't really sure what the plan was, but I was able to chill out for a bit before my set and I didn't have to sit down while I was up there, but my energy was completely different than what my normal energy on stage is. Like usually I'm pretty like high energy, annoying, if you will, like
Annoying.
like I consider myself annoying,
Okay.
like in general, especially on stage, but I've always kind of leaned into that vibe. But last night I had this very like deadpan, like unwell vibe to me that the crowd just loved, and then all
Really?
the comics came up to me after being like, I know you're really sick, and I'm sorry to say it, but like that was your best vibe on stage. I'm like, so I just need to get vertigo before all my sets to be able to like crush it. Nothing like your friends telling you like the less you are like yourself on stage, the better. But I don't know. So maybe I need to just kind of do a little stage presence rebrand too, and it might. Probably will find like a comfy middle between having a good energy, but also being a little more chill, because it definitely slowed my set down a little bit too, and I let people laugh more, and that's something that I definitely fuck
Huge.
myself over a lot, where I just am Russian, so I'm just such a spaz, but like since I didn't have that spastic energy, like I just sat in a lot of the silence and then the laughs, and it just paid off. So I got to figure some shit out.
Yeah, it helps to let them marinate sometimes. Like,
Totally.
yeah. Whenever when I'm at Laugh It Up, this is like the club I do the most. But like whenever I'm there, I'll like tell a joke, and because like I'm trying to measure how I did the last time I was there, it's like my constant. It's like there's a non-variable, right?
Sure.
So like whenever I do that, like I'll like pay attention to how long I can wait for a joke, and then how the room tracks it.
Yes,
So there was a joke that I do, and I probably won't do it tonight. But I like wait for it to settle in. But what was funny is that like it hit the right side of the room first, and then I was able to feel it go all the way around
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
laugh over here. And then I made fun of this side for being stupid.
Yes,
And then I
yes,
told this side they were smarter than they looked. It was fun. Yeah.
That's always the best. Yeah. When I had one of my newer jokes, I make I throw in a tag there, and I hit you with the punchline, and it's a little bit of a thinker. It's not too much of a thinker, but it's enough where like some people get it right away, and then there's some people who didn't. So then I explain it. Like I don't double down too hard, but I kind of clarify what I mean by that right afterwards, and then you get like the rest of the crowd starts laughing too because they get it, and then I'm just like, it's easy to be like, people who got it out first, you guys are like my people. Like, thank you for that. You know? It's always funny.
It is cool to be able to identify.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. You ever do that thing where you just like tell a joke and then you keep elaborating on it until like you're like the only person that finds it funny anymore?
I actually have not really done that technique much myself, but I've seen it done, and it can be really funny, and it can be a little much too sometimes.
Yep.
So it's a fine line.
I do that with puns sometimes.
I love that.
Like they hate this actually, but here we are.
Nice.
Super fun. I did write that down. No sex and drugs material now. See?
Yeah, see, look at you. You have been, I like that you did your homework. You took
yeah.
notes on my podcast episode for yours. I like that.
Yeah,
you are
100%.
quite organized. That's great.
You know, I'm doing the best that I can. That's really all I can do. I'm trying to be everywhere and do all this shit.
I get that, absolutely. It is a lot to manage.
Oh my goodness. We are back at the other station that I record this at, and this is very exciting. I'm interrupting the episode with Goutos to tell you some of the details we have about shows coming up. First off, I'm sorry if this just blows out your ears. This might be aggressively loud. I don't know. Okay, let's just do this. All right, 10:18. I'm in the Catskill Comedy Festival. That show is at 5:30, and then when that show is done, I'm gonna get in the car and I'm going to another location that is about an hour away, and we're doing a Don't Tell comedy show. That's gonna be in Wappingers Falls. They are fantastic. The Catskill Comedy Fest has been put on by Dan Madonia, and if you don't get to see him there, you will get to see him at the Krog on 10/24, which is very exciting. I am so excited for my crowd to see him. We're also going to have Alex Collar and David Beckles on that. And this episode that you're watching has Kay Goutos as our guest, and she is also going to be in this lineup. So 10/24, come see all of these fantastic comedians. And if you love Alex and David, you can see us all again the following night in 10/25 in Pine Island, New York, which is somewhere near Florida, New York. Nothing about New York is tropical. I don't understand, especially that area. Not tropical at all. Some might say it's it's the least tropical. But that Pine Island show put on by Jacob and John Leary, the Great to Be Here podcast, is also going to have Monty Mason. They're going to have Dave Bailey. I know you're listening right now, Dave. Nice to thank you for being so supportive. And then we're going to have Michael Saltz on that as well. And if I'm forgetting somebody, I am so goddamn sorry. I know I'm not forgetting. Nope, no, not doing it. Not making fun of the fact. Nope, not doing it. And then last show for October was added 10/29, Springfield, Massachusetts, where I went to college. I just got added to the show. We're doing 2 shows with this guy. His name is Brian Bertram, who is playing a character of Sergei Putnitsky. I think I'm saying that right. Russian comedian from Canada. It doesn't make sense to me, but he seems very funny and he seems very nice. I'm excited that I get to do comedy for in the city I got a higher education in, which obviously I'm putting to good use, as you can tell in this podcast. Back to the show. How do you like so this is Schenectady technically like the Albany scene? I mean, the Albany comedy poster right there.
So Albany comedy is just pretty much consists of like many the cities in the capital region. So that's going to be Albany, Schenectady, Troy, so that's pretty much, we have our like toes dipped in all of those areas for mics and shows and whatnot.
Nice.
So it's nice. Yeah. So it's more or less like Capital Region comedy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How do you like it up here?
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a really we have a solid scene where a lot of us really just work hard and respect each other and just try to lift each other up, and it doesn't feel like there's a lot of shadiness in it and stuff. Like, it's not perfect by any means. We all have our shit, you know, and we're all just doing our best. But ultimately, I feel like we're a really, really solid crew, and I'm really grateful for that. And so,
Yeah. I've noticed it's a pretty strong community because, like, even this competition, like last week, there was probably, I want to say, like 15 non-performers that were comedians here last week, which is like I would say like we have a very strong community in the lower Hudson Valley, but like they ain't coming out for our shit.
I get that. Absolutely.
We get like guys that are like the dads age-wise of the group, and they show up to everything. They're new to comedy, they love it, they show up. But like a lot of the younger ones, and when I say younger, I mean like mid to late 20s, they are just like, they're chilling, just doing whatever they do.
I get that for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of support, and I also think that it's a lot of like, a lot of us don't have anything else to do. So it's like
losers.
Like literally, like it's kind of like a lot of us our only friends are each other. So it's just like, what else are we gonna do on a Tuesday night but go watch our friends? And it's also like, we're not performing that night, but like, how's the competition? You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like, we got to scope it out, and we just like to fill the room when we can too.
100%.
Like just as many heads as possible. So yeah, it's really cool to see that, and it's not like that all the time, but it's like that frequently enough that you're just grateful. Like, hey, what are you doing here? You know? Thanks for supporting. It's nice.
That's cool. Yeah, Sean was here last week, and it was nice to him and I like semi-flirt with each other every time. I know Patrick's gonna get jealous, but
that's the scene for you. Absolutely. There's a lot of guy crushes around. For sure.
I like looking at Sean Barnes because that's like a window into a life if I had my shit together.
He does seem very polished, but you're good. He's not that cool.
I mean, he's married. We both do the beard. We both do the flat brim hat. I was here last night, and I was like, man, people are gonna think Sean and I are the same guy.
Now you just need a jean jacket, and you'll have the Sean Barnes look dialed in.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he's a great friend. He's a solid dude. He was one of the first people in the scene that I was like, I trust this guy. I fucks with this guy, and we've been very close friends ever since. So yeah, I get it.
I want to say my first mic in Albany, which is over a year ago. And it was at Local 217 outside.
Oh, okay.
But I want to say you were at that.
Oh, okay. I've hit 217 honestly like just a handful of times, so
Okay.
I could have been there, but
It was. I'll give you details. Maybe you'll remember this. At the Lark, there was like an all-girls show. And then everybody went from that to the local afterwards.
Yeah, I was at that
Because all the ladies were dressed very nice for that. I was bumming it, and I'm like, man, people dress up for their mics. And somebody said, like, oh, we just had the all-women show. I was like, oh, thank God.
Not a lot of us are dressed up. Yeah, that was the Ladies and Thadies show at Lark that Brie Morrison actually produced. She's produced a few of them, and they're so much fun. But yeah, I was on that show. I headlined that show. And then we went over to 217 afterwards to go fuck off and, do more comedy and hang out with everybody. And that's so cool. That's a shame that we didn't officially meet, but that's awesome.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I was there, and I had to leave because I live an hour away from Albany.
Yeah.
So I think I got up there. The mic started at 9, and I want to say I probably left around 10 or 10:15.
That's
and
fair.
I had to get home, but I was home by 11.
No, so I was living an hour away too as well at that point, so I totally get that. That's why it's funny that you happen to be at one of them, because like I said, I've probably only gone to the 217 mic 10 times, because it's usually it's a late night and it was such a long drive. But now that I moved in with Pat and we're probably like 40, 45 minutes away from Albany, so it's a little bit closer. And then he does a lot of the driving, so now I'm just like, I just got to ride now. So it works out real well.
Wait, so you used to live in Lake George?
Yeah.
What is it like there during the winter? Like, because my family
scary.
vacations doesn't vacation, but we go up there. And when I was a kid, we used to go up there every summer for
Yeah.
like a weekend or something like
Okay,
that.
yeah.
And then that was always the thought of like, what happens to this place when
It's a ghost town, so
Yeah.
there's like, I mean, I went to high school there, so there is like a school and there's locals, but we're all just a bunch of like drunks that work in like the industry, and so then like it's just like the industry townies take over and just like decompressed, if you will, from all the tourist bullshit from the other 4 months out of the year. And then I'm a skier, so lots of skiing to be done. So there are like cool activities to do outdoors if you're into that, but if you don't do that, then a lot of people just turn to the party. And there I am, and that's how I was born.
sex and drugs?
Yeah, exactly.
So like, since you've moved, you started a new job?
Yeah, so I'm a licensed massage therapist as well. I've had my own business for, I think I'm celebrating 8 years in October.
That's
so
cool.
So I've had like a private practice. I've had it at different locations over the years. I've done a bunch of different avenues with it. Like I've worked at spas. I traveled around doing chair massage at different music festivals, and then I was doing backstage massages at different festivals and stuff, and working with musicians. So kind of done a lot with it over the years, but this past year I took a hiatus from my private practice and was just working at a restaurant just to make some easy money. And I was like, I realized quickly why I hate the industry so much, because it's just like toxic and it's hard. It's just shitty work, and was definitely feeling inspired to get back into the massage world. So I was stoked when I found this gig at the Capital Area of Physical Therapy and Wellness in Malta. So
yeah.
Got my own studio space and just get nice and cozy. It's great.
Are you playing like what am I thinking of? That little you know, like Shire flutes.
No.
You know, what are those called?
I have no idea. I have no flute
like you're like
playing over here.
getting a nod out of somebody like.
I wouldn't be
And
opposed to
exhale.
having that type of music in the background as I do massage work, but no, I can't play any instruments. I am musically challenged. That's why I'm in the comedy world. Yeah.
It sounds relaxing though.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very. It's good work, and I've got a lot of great clients who are really excited that I'm back and have a space again. And then this therapy office has like 400 patients going in there a week, so I am confident that I'll be able to get some clientele off of them as well. So yeah, seems like it's a good spot. I'm excited about it.
Do you ever in your 8 years, have you ever like just had like a bad day and then you got a client like on the table and you're like, I'm a fucking bam, you're just like, no, trust me, I'm a professional, you just bam, people's elbow 'em.
There's probably been some times. There was actually one time at a music festival when I was doing chair massage, because I would do it for people at the festival and stuff. I had this one guy who was just rubbing me the wrong way. That was
Supposed to
not
be
pun,
rubbing him,
no
yeah.
pun intended. I did not. Damn it! I am not much.
Are you punnable?
Oh, there it is. I couldn't. It's being around you, I couldn't resist the pun. I guess
Yeah,
it was
it's
unconscious in it, but yeah. So, anyways, he was just he was kind of rude. I told him to just let me know if the pressure was too much or too little at any point, so I could readjust it, so I could make his experience however it should be. And he was very much like, looks at me and is like, you can't hurt me. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, well, I don't want to hurt you, but like, now I kind of want to hurt you, which was like not the most professional moment of my life. But I ended up like working on his traps, and I just gave him like a solid, like, grab on his traps. And he was like, all right, you win. You got monkey hands. And I'm like, monkey hands? Like, that seems like an insult, but whatever, I'll take it. So,
Rough.
yeah, that was probably my closest to that I've ever gone. But no, usually if I have a bad day and I have to give a massage, it honestly makes me feel better, because it just always feels good to help other people, so.
You can't hurt me is something I say to a photo of my ex.
Are you trying to convince yourself? Or?
Yeah. My therapist isn't supposed to do that. Like, you can't hurt me anymore.
Then you can just delete the photo and it just goes into the abyss. And bam.
It comes back, that fucking cloud. It kills me.
I did a whole like ceremony with one of my ex's like pictures and saved the dates because we were engaged and all that stuff. stuff, I burned it all in a fire, and I thought that was very therapeutic.
Yeah,
and,
it felt good?
Yeah, it felt very good.
Yeah.
But then he died, and I kind of was like, I'm kind of sad that I had burned all of that stuff. Yeah.
Did he die soon after you burned it?
No, so I
Okay.
burned it like right after we broke up, probably like 5 years ago, and then
Okay.
he died like a few months ago. You know,
Okay, so you didn't curse him.
No, I did. Well, I wouldn't say I didn't curse him, but whatever. I mean, we were on okay terms, but
Okay.
I was definitely talking a lot of shit about him in my comedy. But he loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I feel like if like my ex became a comedian and was talking about me on stage, I'd be like, my ego would be like, even if they're saying shitty stuff, I'd be like, they're still talking about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow. So we have that in common. I have an ex that is since deceased. She died of natural causes or disease. I don't know how. I don't
You
know
have
if
an ex
that's-
that died too?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah.
I feel actually like weirdly comforted
Soul
right
sister.
now.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
So it was natural causes, you said?
Well, I found out years later. But
Okay.
yeah, she was my first girlfriend.
Oh.
And then she cheated on me.
Oh yeah.
Right, that happens.
It does.
When you're in high school,
Of
that
course,
happens.
that
And then
happens.
I found out and that was in high school. And then during the pandemic, I had a friend suggestion, and I'm like, this person looks so on like Facebook. I'm like, this person looks so familiar.
Yeah.
And I clicked, and then I was like, kind of scrolling through their Facebook wall. I think it's a wall still. And I was like, holy fuck! Like this is the little sister of the girl I used to date.
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
huh? And then I scrolled a little bit too far, and I saw like, it's been 2 years since you passed, and I still think of you every day. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
I was like, I can't believe this.
You still, oh my god, Facebook like set you up. That
Yeah.
they're like people you may know. Your
yeah,
dead
yeah.
ex's sister.
Yep. I think I was meant to find that.
Oh
that
my
day.
god, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
It took me a minute to process, but I was like, all right,
It's-
this is already 2 years late.
no,
so.
it is a weird thing to process. Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely can feel similar. Yeah, my ex, he cheated on me too, and we just had a really toxic relationship. He did a lot of shitty things, but I kind of forgave him a long time ago. So he was just he's a drug addict and stuff, so he had his own shit. But he died related to drugs and stuff. So it's been really sad, and it's a whole thing, but it kind of hits you in a weird way, when you're like, oh, that's someone from my past, but it's still a huge part of your life. So
100%.
Yeah.
It's, a little awkward, a little sad.
Yeah. So
sad.
yeah, this is the Sadable podcast. Now we just took a hard turn into depressing.
Yeah.
Oh, Terrence actually has an ex that died too. At least he has a bit
what's
about
up?
it. I don't
Welcome
know.
to the club.
I don't know if it's real or not, but it might just be a joke. Oh wow! Must be nice, Terrence.
Yeah. Way to boast.
Weird flex, but okay.
yeah, got it. I wish I could say that, but I can't.
Yeah.
Ooh, the lights.
No, you're
That's
okay. Don't worry
okay.
about it. You're good.
It's okay. We're doing this on the road.
Yes, this is
Alright.
this is Likeable on the road.
Likeable on the road. Cool. So you're not performing tonight. Patrick is.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Is he excited? Is he nervous? Do you know?
Oh yeah, he's a little bit of both. He usually gets a little squirrely before his set,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll give him some space. I asked him I put some food in. He's downstairs eating, and he'll come deliver me my food after we're done with this. So yeah, we'll
Yeah.
be good to go. But I think he told me his set, and I think it's solid. And I think he's gonna do great.
Is he using this time to like go over his material?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm
zone?
sure that there's some people trying to say hi to him, and he's just like hello, and then just back in his
Yeah.
zone. Everyone has their ways of preparing for shows,
Exactly.
So,
It helps me to talk a lot before going up. I
Oh,
feel like I
nice,
get like
yeah.
butterflies in my stomach if I'm just kept to myself.
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that technique. I don't know. It depends for me. It depends on what kind of mood I am on that day, but
Mm-hmm.
I usually don't like shut down too much, but sometimes I seclude myself a little bit if I don't feel like yapping that much. But
Hell yeah.
yeah. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's going to be a good night. Lots of great people competing, and I'm excited to see how it plays out. But I definitely have who I anticipate to place, and Patrick's up there. So,
Oh yeah. Oh wait, are we
yeah.
gambling on this?
Oh, no, I don't gamble. I'm too poor. So,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
that's fine. That,
and-
I guess.
Yeah. Are you a gambler?
No, I can't gamble. That is like I have like two vices, and I won't say the other one, but the first one is gambling.
Okay.
And I just can't gamble.
Yeah.
Like FanDuel being on my phone is a real problem for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the similar. I don't even allow myself because I could see it being a very slippery slope, and I understand the appeal for it for sure.
I'm just like, what's one more dollar? And
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
a 75 like parlay. And you know what kills me is that my buddy Travis, good gambler,
Yeah.
and my buddy Andrew, also very good gambler, and they'll just like send me screenshots of how they took $5 and now it's $450.
Oh, terrible influences.
I know.
They're
I
just
don't-
taunting you.
I just- and
Be
Andrew,
like us.
yeah, Andrew literally had to like pull me away from an ATM machine at a casino one time. So you know better, you dickhead.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
Oh, look at that.
Right
How's it
on.
going? I haven't seen him forever. I haven't seen Duncan in forever. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, what's up?
All right, yeah, people are
trying-
kind of strolling in here
Yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah.
so
Well, we'll wrap it up so you
sounds
can eat your
good.
food and you can get with Patrick and get him out of the zone.
yeah,
So get him-
absolutely. I'm gonna
get
go
him
try to
loose.
mess him up and see if
yeah.
I can
Yeah.
get the other guys to win instead. No, that'd be horrible.
Put ketchup on his shirt.
Oh my god, that'll ruin everything.
That throws off
Yeah,
so
right.
much. You're like, fuck, I have a stain. Yeah, that's great. All right, well, we'll wrap up here. Likeable is filmed and recorded, now, I guess not in the studio anymore. But a big thank you to our producers, Jen Hamoud and Matthew Rosenberg. And thank you to the Epicurean, which is not hosting us for this. So thank you to the Van Dyke Music Room.
Yeah, music hall.
Yeah, music hall.
Or club.
Hall.
Club.
Yep, club.
Club.
Hall. Room.
Jeez. Yeah, call it what you want.
Yes, venue. You know, yeah. Thank you to Kay Goutos.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
I said your name right?
Oh, you did. You did great.
fuck
Yeah. I mean, you hear it every week.
I know,
so
but it's usually like Kay Goutos.
I like sang it the other day. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I try to spice it up a little bit. So.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Yeah,
for coming on, and I
thanks.
appreciate
yeah,
you.
good luck hosting tonight.
Woo! Thank you.
Yeah, see you guys. Oh, that was awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah, that was fun. I really hope I hit record.
Yeah, you got jokes, yeah, you're insightful, but are you likable?